good morning, India. Welcome to the news this week on Spiritz TV. I am Shalini Kumar with the latest updates from the world of alcoholic beverages and hospitality. After the successful conclusion of the 5 states elections, these states are back to their executive business, as new developments from north to south suggest. Here are some policy-related stories from the various states. Recently, the Himachal Pradesh Cabinet gave its approval to the excise policy for the financial year 2022-23. Under the new excise policy, the fixed annual license fee of bars has been rationalized by abolishing the area-specific slabs of licenses fee. Now, throughout the state, there will be uniform license slabs based upon the room capacity in hotels. Subsequently, the rates of an annual fixed license fee of bars in the tribal areas of Himachal Pradesh have been reduced considerably under the new excise policy. Under the new excise policy, country liquor is regulated to protect consumers on various counts. Renewal fee of retail excise vends has been set at 4% of the value of unit vend for the financial year 2022-23. Under the new excise policy, the Godhan Vikas Nidhi Fund has been enhanced by 1 rupees from the existing 1.50 rupees to 2.50 rupees per bottle. The newly formed state government of Punjab has announced to continue the excise policy of the current fiscal for 3 months from 1st April to 30th June in the upcoming 2022-23 financial year. As per the information available in the public domain, the state government has taken forward the existing excise policy with 10% increase in minimum guarantee quota proportionately for 3 months in the new fiscal. Andhra Pradesh Assembly on Monday passed the Andhra Pradesh Regulation of Trade in Indian-Made Foreign Liquor Amendment Bill aimed at prohibition of alcohol in phases. Excise Minister K. Narayan-Swamy detailed the steps taken by the state for the prohibition of alcohol in phases. Legal battle advances on liquor discount in Delhi as Delhi High Court has issued notice to the Delhi government in response to a plea which challenged the single judge order that declined to interfere with Delhi government's decision to do away with the discounts on retail liquor products in Delhi. A bench asked the Delhi government to respond to the appeal, following which the matter was scheduled for further hearing. The petitioners have stated that their sales have decreased as a result of the decision to do away with discounts, and people are rushing to the neighboring cities of Delhi for cheap liquor, which is causing them huge losses on a daily basis. Rajya Sabha member Sonal Mansingh harshly criticized the huge discounts that were earlier being offered by liquor vendors in Delhi in the recent past and said there was a need to curb policies generating pain to society. During the 0 hour, the noted danseuse and parliamentarian asserted that the public opposed it and staged protests at many places. But the Delhi government remained unfazed. When the Delhi High Court took cognizance of this scheme was closed in a hurry. Australia is optimistic to seal a trade deal with India soon, as according to a media report which quoted Australian Trade Minister Dan Tehan stated that India and Australia could finalize a free trade deal within the week. As per the report, the minister said he was talking to his Indian counterpart up to twice a day and the pair was making big inroads. The minister has hoped that Australia might have something early as possible. As per the report, the minister said he was talking to his Indian counterpart up to twice in a day and said that the pair was making big inroads. The minister has hoped that Australia might have something as early as possible. According to a survey, over 43% of underage drinkers have alcohol 2 to 4 times a week in Delhi. A survey conducted by Community Against Drunken Driving from November 20 to December 31, 2021. Among 10,000 people outside 50 prominent liquor vends, bars and restaurants, 17% of respondents had their first drink at the age of 13 to 15 years, while for 37.1% their first drink was in the age of 16 to 18 years. Over 89% of respondents had their first drink before 21 years, according to a new survey. However, the legal age of drinking in Delhi is 25 years. According to the survey, weekends were the most preferred occasions for drinking for young people. Easy availability of alcohol without any monitoring is a big factor in underage consumption, survey mapped. Now let's look at some corporate and other stories. Bacardi has donated $1 million USD to support humanitarian efforts in Ukraine and suspended exports and frozen advertising investments in Russia following Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Bacardi's $1 million USD donation has been given to Red Cross and Mercy Corps to support humanitarian work on the ground. The Daiichi Shuzo Brewery, located in Tochigi Prefecture, north of Tokyo, has offered the special sake on sale to support Ukraine. Tipplers have snapped up 300 bottles of a limited edition sake produced to benefit people in the beleaguered country of Ukraine. The brewer had planned to donate to the proceeds to the Japanese Red Cross Society and create another limited edition sake. The special sake came with labels in yellow and blue in honor of Ukraine's flag and the message "No War" in English and the words "Together with Ukraine" in Japanese. According to the media reports, India's Alcobev company Envy Group has partnered with Zimbabwe's Agricultural and Rural Development Authority to establish a $250 million brewery in southeastern Zimbabwe. The facility, which is expected to be operational next 1.5 years, will be built at the Magudu estate owned by the Agricultural and Rural Development Authority. The investment dovetails into the authority's rural development and industrialization mandate and is expected to create at least 3,000 direct and indirect job opportunities. Recently, a Bloomberg News report cited anonymous sources that named InBrew Beverages as the leading bidder for Diageo-controlled United Spirits Indian brands. However, in response to such a report, in a regulatory filing, United Spirits issued a clarification stating that the firm is considering all options to deliver sustainable, long-term, profitable growth and expects the review to be completed by 31st March 2022. The statement added that the company is mindful of its disclosure obligations under Securities Board of India regulations and would update the stock exchange if and when any event occurs that requires stock exchange intimation. Here are some other new market developments and new launches. Kolkata's General Post Office has become the first post office in the country where a cafe has been opened on the premises. Surely, the Parcel Cafe will be open from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. and will be run by the in-house catering department, which used to run a small staff canteen at a corner of the hall. The rest of the hall served as a counter for philatelic ancillaries like mugs, coasters, cushions, and brass plates, all bearing prints of appropriate stamps. These items will continue to be on sale at the cafe, which has been tastefully decorated on a postal theme by an in-house team. Highbury Classic Whisky from the House of Premium International Spirits Company, Hartford Eastern Holdings LLC USA has been launched in Delhi in the recent past. Coming across as a blend of imported malt spirits and grain spirit, Highbury Classic Whisky is bottled in Goa. The newly launched whisky has layered complexity which emanates from double charred wood, which leaves with caramel biscuits notes with hints of berries and a touch of peat and lingers just long enough. The newly launched whisky is presently available in Telangana, Karnataka, Goa, Kolkata and now in Delhi. The product comes in 1000, 750, 375, 180 and 60 ml bottles. It is priced 850 rupees for a 750 ml bottle. La Martinique Group has released a 12-year-old expression of its Cutty Sark blended Scotch whisky. New expression extension pays tribute to its eponymous ship's anchor points and its long maritime history. 12-year-old Scotch is matured in oak bourbon and sherry cask and offers notes of dried and tropical fruits, spices, cloves, and hint of sea salt. Cutty Sark is bottled at 40% ABV and is available in 70 cl and 100 cl bottles. Heineken launched its first virtual beer, Heineken Silver, exclusively in its virtual brewery within the immersive digital platform Decentraland. Heineken brewing expertise that made Heineken world famous is undergoing a high-tech transformation to take on the metaverse one pixel at a time. Heineken has always been passionate about natural ingredients, but in the metaverse, it's all about the finest 100% computer-generated ingredients. The virtual beer was unveiled at a product launch event in Heineken's virtual brewery, where guests were able to learn about how the beer is made in seconds while enjoying pixelated lobster and caviar and rubbing shoulders with Heineken ambassadors. Brown-Forman has unveiled Up or Over, a new range of ready-to-pour cocktails made with the firm's most popular spirits. The new range will roll out in Georgia, Idaho, Indiana, Michigan, Oregon, and Washington this month. The Up or Over range has launched with 4 products: Classic Dry Martini, Whiskey Sour, Premium Margarita, and Ginger Citrus Old Fashioned. Each cocktail is packaged in a 357 ml glass bottle and is priced at $14.99 US. With this, I wrap up this week's edition. I will see you next week at the same time. Till then, stay safe and say cheers with care.